If you are on Social Security or disability benefits, there are new rules that are going to affect in January, and there are things that you have to do now in order to prepare. And I have all the details for you in this breaking news. Now you cannot delay because this can affect your check. And if you don't want your Social Security check delayed for a month or two, then you need to pay attention to this breaking news and the steps that you have to take now in order to prepare for these changes that are about to happen. Plus, there are 5 changes that are coming up that the president is supporting that are in Congress right now that could increase your Social Security benefits, that could put more money in your pocket. I want to bring those details to you in this breaking news story that I want to present today. My name is Rose. I am a government benefits expert. For 15 years, I've been helping seniors get the retirement benefits they deserve. I create content on Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, Foodstamps, and other personal finance issues, both in and out of Congress, that affect your retirement and your personal finances. Now, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am glad you're here. Do me a quick favor. Go into the comments section and let me know your city and your state because I like to know where you guys are watching my channel from. Now, if you've been watching my YouTube channel for a while, welcome back. I am glad you're here too. We have a lot to cover, and I want to put today's video in 2 categories. There are things that have already happened that you need to be aware of, and you need to take action now in order to avoid a delay to your check. And then there are things that are about to happen in January that is going to also impact how much Social Security benefits you are going to receive. But most importantly, for those of you who've been waiting for a Social Security increase, like a real increase, I'm not talking about just the cost of living adjustment. You've been waiting for a real Social Security increase because of the inflation that we are all experiencing, because you felt like the last few years, seniors have been struggling and have barely kept up with their bills. Well, I have great news for you. There is legislation before Congress right now that, in my opinion, and I've been doing this for 15 years, is the best opportunity to put real money in the pockets of seniors, especially seniors that are receiving Social Security benefits of $1,300 or less a month. So stay till the end of this video because I have a lot to cover here. So let's start with what has already happened. Now, here's the thing. On September the 30th, because of President Trump's special executive order, the Social Security Administration made a big change to their policy. And now it's impacting millions of seniors who are all of a sudden finding themselves in a situation where their Social Security check are not arriving because they haven't made this important change. And so I am going to go to the Social Security website and bring this to your attention. So let's go there right now, and I will share my screen with you and then we'll talk about it. So the Social Security Administration released this memo in July, and basically they are transitioning to electronic payments. Now you may be thinking, doesn't everybody get their Social Security check electronically? Actually, no. There are over 5 million people that get government benefits by check. And so President Trump issued an executive order that eliminated that option and instructed the Social Security Administration and other government agency to only issue benefit payments by electronic means. So if you are a senior or you know somebody that has been getting their Social Security check by mail, they are in for a rude surprise because in October their check is not going to come in. They're going to be waiting for that check in the mail and it's never going to come in. I've already gotten people in the comments to some videos that are already saying that their October check has not come in yet. And so the point is, what do you do? What do you have to do in order to fix this? Well, I'm going to tell you about a government website that can help you change your Social Security from paper checks to electronic payment. It is called the Go Direct website. And so here is what the website looks like. And if you're receiving government benefits by paper check in the mail through the U.S. Postal Service, this is an action you need to take right now in order to at least get ahead of it, to make sure that your October check, it may be too late for October, but at least your November check comes in on time. So let's talk about it. So Go Direct. As you can see at the top, it says still getting paper checks. Act today. To protect you against rising mail theft and financial fraud, the federal government will stop sending paper checks after September the 30th, except in limited cases. Federal benefit payments are required to be electronically made through direct deposit to a bank or credit union or with the Direct Express debit card. So, first let's start with the 2 steps you have to take if you're getting paper checks. The first one is that you have two options. You either have to go get a bank account with a local bank or credit union, or you can get the Direct Express debit card, which is a government-backed debit card that allows you to receive your federal benefit payments electronically. So, let's read some more about how you can make that happen. Well, here it is. So, how do you enroll in electronic payment with your Social Security Administration? Well, there are 3 different ways to do that. You can click if you go to the website gorecti.gov. You can enroll directly by clicking on that link and then enroll today for direct deposit into your checking or savings account. Or you can call 1-877-874-6347 to enroll direct deposit or to get the Direct Express debit card. Or you can download the form, complete it, and mail it in with the appropriate information. So, what appropriate information do you need? Well, it's all stated here. To enroll in direct deposit, you'll be asked to provide the following information: Social Security number, information from your most recent federal benefit check. So, your Social Security check or disability check. There is information on there that you're going to need to provide that identifies you as the recipient of a federal benefit payment. So, that's critical. And then you're going to need your financial institution's routing number and account number. So the checking account or savings account you created with your local bank or credit union, you're going to need that checking account number and routing number for the bank. And then finally, a lot of people don't know where this information is. So they've shown you on the screen where to find your routing number and your account number. And if you have a benefit check, it shows you your federal benefit check number. That's the information you're going to need. And then the amount of your benefit check. Those 2 critical information you would have to collect from your federal benefit payment. And they've shown you on the screen what that looks like and where exactly to look. Now, the next thing is if you want to get the Direct Express debit card, which is a government-backed debit card that allows you to get your federal benefit payments electronically, you would have to call 1-877-787-46347 to enroll. Remember, it is backed by the Treasury Department. So you're going to be calling the U.S. Treasury Department Electronic Payment Solutions Center. In order to sign up for the Direct Express debit card, you're going to need your Social Security number. You're going to need information from your most recent federal benefits check and your date of birth. So, those are the things that you are going to need in order to sign up for the Direct Express debit card. Now, very quickly, I am going to take you to the Direct Express debit card website so that you can see what the Direct Express debit card looks like and the fact that it is a government-backed debit card and it is an option to receive your federal benefits payment. But before I do that, let me talk about the number that you see on your screen. If you want to stay up to date on everything that is happening, changes that are happening with Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, Foodstamps, and other personal finance issues in and out of Congress that may affect your retirement, your benefits, your personal finances, as a senior, text the word insider to 4-432-93080. You can do it now and you'll be added to my text list. That way, when I send out text messages to alert people about breaking news, you are the first to get it. Now, not only do I send you information that you need to know, I also give you the context behind the information. How does this information affect you, your benefits, your retirement, your personal finances? That's what you get by joining my text list. So text the word insider to 443-293-080. Now let's go to the Direct Express debit card website so that you can see what the card looks like. And, if you are currently, enrolled in, direct deposit and you're getting a lot of fees with your bank, maybe the Direct Express debit card may be a way to go because it does not have a lot of fees, unlike other prepaid debit cards. This is backed by the federal government and it's a MasterCard. You can use it as any regular MasterCard. A lot of people do not know this, but there's a whole bunch of federal benefit payments that can be received through the Direct Express debit card, including Social Security benefits, disability benefits, and SSI benefits. Now, when it comes to fees, there's a lot of services that are free. When it comes to a Direct Express debit card, all these services that are listed here that many prepaid debit cards charge for are free when you use the Direct Express debit card. And then there are services that come with fees. And the fees are very reasonable because they were negotiated by the federal government to make sure that seniors are not being taken advantage of by a prepaid debit card that is supposed to help them get their benefit payments electronically, because the government has shut down the option to get your benefit payments by check. So, if you have any questions at all about this particular story about moving from paper checks to electronic payments, or about the direct express debit card, or about how to sign up for direct deposit, let me know in the comment section below. So that's the first big change that happened this year that you need to know about. Now, the second change is the big beautiful bill and the $6,000 tax credit that seniors now have the benefit of enjoying. And now that we are wrapping up the year, it's important to understand how is this going to affect you and who qualifies for this. This brought a lot of confusion because a lot of seniors think they are eligible for the big beautiful bill benefits, and then they find out that they're not because there's income thresholds that you absolutely have to meet in order to be able to claim those benefits anyway. So, let me go through that and explain it to you in plain language, so that you can follow and figure out if you are eligible for the big beautiful bill tax, the $6,000 tax credit that you've heard about that everybody has been talking about. Well, let's find out who is eligible and what income qualifies. Alright, so I have my screen ready. Let's go to that and let's talk about it. So, you may know that President Trump passed the big beautiful bill as his signature legislation is going to have profound effects. Now, let me digress a little bit. I created a guide about the big beautiful bill, and let me share my screen again. If you're not part of our community, benefit. I created a senior community where I am over 200 seniors have already joined. It's a paid community. But here's one thing you get with that community is that you get all my guides that I have released that are paid guides that you get for free. And one of them is a 20-page guide on the big beautiful bill and how it affects seniors. If you want to check it out, if you want to check that community out, go to school.com/benefits in SSIDI. I'm going to put it in the description to this video, and in the comment section I'm going to pin it. So, it's a brand new community. I'm excited. I've been spending a lot of time there creating videos for seniors, answering questions directly to people who are asking me questions. I think you should be there too. But that is how to join. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because I created a guide about the big beautiful bill that explains how it affects seniors and their finances. So if you want details about that, that is how to get that. But let's go back to what I was talking about. I wanted to explain to you how the big beautiful bill affects you and how you can figure out if you qualify for the tax credit, because that's the biggest part for seniors, because the president said he has eliminated taxes on Social Security. And so, the question is, who is then eligible for that benefit? So this chart that you see on your screen is a summary of how you can figure out if you are eligible. And so I'm going to remove the phone number from the screen so that you can see everything clearly. And then let's talk about it. So what you see on your screen is 3 different charts, and it starts with a single person. So if you're a senior citizen and you're single and you are age 65 plus, you have to make $23,750 in order to be able to even claim a dime from the $6,000 tax credit. Why? Because there are 3 different tax credits that have been stacked on top of each other So if you don't make more than $23,750, you cannot claim the $6,000 that the president is talking about. And that is the problem with the big beautiful bill, because half of seniors are not eligible for this, because a good majority of seniors on Social Security do not make $23,750 a year, and so that the tax credit does not benefit them. So, if the president and Congress really want to put money into the pockets of seniors, it has to be through a direct stimulus check and not through a tax credit, because it doesn't benefit half of seniors, because they don't make enough money to have taxable income to be able to deduct tax deductions. And so, if you are a single person and you make $23,750, then you're eligible. If you are married or filing jointly and both spouses are 65 plus, then you have to make $46,700 in order to enjoy the big, beautiful bill tax deduction, the $6,000 tax deduction. So as a couple, you get $12,000. If you are married filing jointly, but one spouse is over 65 and the other is not, then you have to make $39,100 in order to be able to enjoy the tax deduction. And here's the thing. These tax deductions are not forever. They're only lasting during the president's term. So 2028, we're going to be back here again talking about seniors and taxes, because those taxes are going to go back up after the president's term is over in 2028. And so it's not a permanent solution. It's not a permanent tax relief for seniors. It doesn't completely eliminate taxes on Social Security. And the kicker is that half of seniors don't even qualify for it. So what I'm about to talk to you next is the future 2026. What can you expect? The first thing is cost of living adjustment. Now you may know that Social Security cost of living adjustment is going to be announced on October the 15th. There is some debate whether that's going to happen because of the government shutdown. But let's assume that is going to happen. What are you going to get, and how much is it going to affect you? Well, there are estimates out there about how much your cost of living adjustment is going to be in January, and I have details of that for you. So, essentially, seniors are going to get about a 2.7% Social Security increase, and that is from the Reliable Senior Citizens League. They are the advocacy group for seniors that have been reliably accurate on predicting Social Security cost of living adjustment. So everybody just goes to their website to find it. And so that's what they are saying. And they actually on their website right now have a COLA watch. It means that they are counting down to when your cost of living adjustment is going to be announced. And so how many days do we have before your COLA is announced? Let's go to the Senior Citizens website. And you can see it right there. 7 dias, você sabe? 7 dias. And their prediction has not changed. So let me make sure that they are still saying that it is. Yep, here we go. So right there, that's where I got my data from. It is still 2.7%. What does that translate into? It means that you're going to get about $50 a month increase if you're on Social Security retirement benefits, and about $29 if you are on SSDI, and maybe about $10 increase if you are on SSI. That is the Social Security increase. And of course, that is not enough. And I know, and that's what I want to talk to you about the rest of this video. So what is going to happen? How are seniors going to get an increase in 2026? Well, there are 3 different bills that I think are going to make that happen. And so let's talk about it. So the first bill is going to fix your cost of living adjustment. And right now, the COLA hasn't matched inflation since 15 years. It's been 15 years since COLA has really matched inflation. So what essentially means that seniors are not getting the money that they deserve because every year the COLA you are getting is not really, helping. And then on top of that, you have medical inflation that is taking up a lot of your money. Next year, your Medicare Part B premiums are going to be through the roof. Medicare Part B premium is 11%. It's going to go up by 11%. Medicare Part B deductible is going to go up by 12%. So essentially, seniors need a break. They need an increase. And so where are they going to get it from? Well, I'm going to share with you a bill that I have been talking about for months now that I'm very hopeful about that is going to put more money in your pocket. Specifically, it's going to put number 1, a $200 increase across the board right away. And then number 2, if you're getting less than $1,300 in Social Security benefits, it is going to put an extra $660 in your pocket. And then number 3, it's going to fix the cost of living adjustment calculation so that seniors are getting their fair share based on inflation that seniors are experiencing. And that bill is called the Social Security Expansion Act. So if you are a senior citizen and you are at a town hall meeting, you are talking to your congressperson, your senator, your congressman, and they come here and they're telling you all these things, that all these plans that they have in order to make a change, you should ask them about the Social Security Expansion Act, because that is the single bill that I believe is going to bring real relief next year for seniors. Why? Because it's going to fix COA, so that you don't feel every year you get your cost of living adjustment, that your Medicare premiums are taking half of it, and the balance is not enough for you to see a meaningful increase in your income. Number 2, if you're getting the minimum benefit now, they're going to match you to 125% of the federal poverty level. Now, why is that important? Well, the 125% of the federal poverty level means that if you're a senior citizen, you're getting the bare minimum in